Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. Sometimes, the smallest decisions, the most insignificant actions, can completely change the course of our lives. This is the story of a man who was at rock bottom, a man who had nothing left to lose, and a single $1 bet that transformed him into a millionaire. His journey was not just about money, it was about resilience, belief, and the power of taking risks when everything seems hopeless. He had grown up in a small town where dreams were often crushed before they could take flight. Everyone around him played it safe. Get a job, pay the bills, and don't take unnecessary risks. That was the mantra. He followed the same path, believing that if he worked hard enough, someday he would achieve success. But as the years passed, he found himself drowning in bills, stuck in a job that drained his soul, and trapped in a life that felt more like survival than living. He had no savings, no opportunities knocking at his door, and worst of all, no hope. One evening, as he walked home after another exhausting day at work, he found himself lost in thought. He passed by a small convenience store where a bright neon sign flickered, advertising a lottery with a massive jackpot. He had always dismissed such things, calling them a waste of money, a fool's game. But on that night, something felt different. It wasn't about the money. It was about breaking the cycle. It was about taking a chance, no matter how small. He reached into his pocket, feeling the single dollar bill crumpled between his fingers. He hesitated. What were the odds? 1,000,000 to 1. Maybe worse. But something inside him whispered, what if? With a deep breath, he walked in, handed over his last dollar, and bought a ticket. Days passed, and he forgot about the ticket. He was too busy worrying about real problems, how to pay rent, how to stretch a few groceries into a week's worth of meals, how to keep going when he felt like giving up. Then, one morning, he turned on the television and saw the winning numbers flashing on the screen. His heart pounded as he pulled out the ticket from his wallet. He read the numbers once, twice, 3 times. His hands began to shake. Every single number matched. He had won. Shock washed over him. He stared at the ticket, unable to process the reality of what had just happened. A single dollar, a moment of blind faith, had turned him into a millionaire. But as the initial excitement settled, fear crept in. He had spent his whole life struggling, he didn't know how to handle success. He had seen others who had won big and lost everything just as quickly. He didn't want to be another cautionary tale. Instead of rushing into a life of luxury, he made a decision that would define his future. He educated himself. He read books on financial literacy, spoke to successful investors, and learned the secrets of wealth management. He didn't quit his job immediately. Instead, he built a plan. He invested wisely, ensuring that his money would work for him rather than disappear in a flash of bad decisions. He used his winnings as a stepping stone, not a crutch. He started his own business, one that allowed him to create something meaningful while securing his future. But the most important lesson he learned was this: success isn't about luck. That $1 bet wasn't just about winning money, it was about daring to believe that something better was possible. It was about taking action, even when the odds seemed impossible. It was about trusting that sometimes, the smallest steps can lead to the greatest transformations. This story isn't just about one man's lucky break. It's about you. How many times have you stopped yourself from taking a risk because you were afraid of failure? How many dreams have you abandoned because you convinced yourself they weren't possible? The difference between success and failure isn't luck, it's action. It's about making the choice to step forward, even when the path isn't clear. You don't need a lottery ticket to change your life. What you need is the courage to take that first step, to make that one decision that could set everything into motion. Your success is waiting for you, but only if you're willing to take a chance. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt keep you in the same place. If $1 can change a man's life, imagine what you can do with the power of belief and action. The question is, what's your next move? If this story inspired you, take a moment to reflect on what risk you've been avoiding. Drop a comment below, let us know what step you're going to take today. And if you found value in this message, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because your success story is just beginning.